Rank Kenneth Walker, Alvin Kamara, and Joe Mixon. Kenneth Walker, Alvin Kamara, and Joe Mixon. So I'm going to go Alvin Kamara number 1. This is PPR. Alvin Kamara number 1, Joe Mixon number 2, Kenneth Walker number 3. And Alvin Kamara has been a consistent top 10 guy on a per game basis over the last 5. I still to this day cannot figure out why Alvin Kamara is not ranked in the top 10 right now. Going after players like Isaiah Pacheco, even going after like the baby version of him and Rachaad White. Like I don't understand how Alvin Kamara is still a value in drafts right now in the ADP. So I'd assume something changes this summer. A lot of people are really hyping up Kendre Miller. I don't see it. I had said the same thing last year. Last year, Alvin Kamara was going in the 8th round, and I was like, what's going on? If you watch some of my old videos about Alvin Kamara, I was like, he's only out 3 games. Why are we drafting all these other players ahead of Kamara? He was going like outside the top 25 running backs because he was suspended for 3 games. It was wild. So yeah, man, for me, Kamara is the easy one. Joe Mixon's also like right up there too. He's been a top 10 guy pretty much every year that he was in Cincinnati. I think the offense might limit him a little bit, but I still like Joe Mixon there. And then Kenneth Walker doesn't catch the rock enough. I think he can have an amazing season, but now new coaching staff in place. You got Zach Charbonnet probably going to take on an expanded role in the passing game. I think Kenneth Walker will be great. I love him as a running back, like for real football purposes, but he don't catch the rock enough, man. He don't catch the rock enough to be impactful for fantasy. So Kamara, Joe Mixon, then Kenneth Walker. And then, by the way, guys, I have some player battles up on the page right now. So if you guys want to check out some other videos, player battles, like talking about different player values, I'm going to continue that series throughout the summer. I'm also, I don't know if you guys have saw it, but it just came down there. I also opened up a Patreon too. I told y'all this year going to be a little different than years past, man, but I'm going to try to provide a ton of value in there. There should be free access there. It's in the description of this video, or if you go to the link tree on my TikTok page, free Patreon. If you want it free, I'm going to be posting stuff in there. But then during the season, when I do like my rankings and my bets, I'm going to put it behind a paywall. It'll be like $20, $25 a month. I don't exactly know what I'm going to charge yet, but yeah, I'm going to have access to all my bets and all my rankings for the season. It'll be behind there. So instead of having to watch a full episode, I'm going to post it. So join the Patreon now. I'm going to give some early members free access too. Because I get the opportunity to give some free access out. And I know a lot of y'all names. So drop a comment in the video if you did sign up for the Patreon. Drop a comment, not in the chat right here, but in the comment of a recent video. Be like, yo, Jay, I just signed up. And I'm going to give out some free access over the off season. All right. So like I said, join the Patreon. I'm trying to build that thing up. We'll see how it goes. And then, just let me know. Let me know if you guys enjoy the content as it's going, or if you guys want more. Y'all know I'm pretty open with this shit. All right. Mooney is a crazy sleeper this year. Yes, he is. Crazy sleeper maybe a little too much. But in your deeper leagues, I think this is a guy that could have like flex appeal at times. The only problem with Darnell Mooney is that he's mad streaky. So unless he's catching touchdowns, he don't really help your team. He's one of those guys, like when you roster him, you're like, I don't want to play him because the upside really ain't there. But then on your bench, he goes off for like, there's going to be a game where he has like 102 TDs, and you're going to be like, shit, I should start this guy now, And then he might even finish a season where he's like the wide receiver 37 overall. And we're going to be like, damn, Darnell Mooney was a good value. It's just timing out some of the starts for Darnell Mooney is going to be very hard. So while I agree, I think he'll be a value, the coldest part of that is he's a player that I wouldn't want to roster. That makes sense. There's some players, they're good and they're valuable. It's just you don't want to roster them because you don't want the trouble of knowing when and where you're going to start them. In standard leagues, I would agree with this take. In standard leagues, I think he will be a crazy sleeper. But in your PPR leagues, not so much. Not so much. Thoughts on Kyler Murray this year? I like him a lot with Marvin Harrison, McBride on a healthy season. So currently right now, Kyler Murray is going as the quarterback 9. So right after Joe Burrow, Dak Prescott, Anthony Richardson, CJ Stroud, he's behind those 4. He goes quarterback 9 off the board. Right ahead of Jordan Love, Brock Purdy, and Tua. And don't get me wrong, I like Kyler in fantasy. I think he provides top 5 upside, but I think we get that with a lot of quarterbacks. Just a little bit safer offenses. Like when you talk about guys like Marvin Harrison still has to prove he's a rookie. As much as we love rookies, and I know he's going to be good. I know Marvin Harrison will be good. Don't get it twisted. I know he will be good. We still got to see him on the field. We still got to see him play. It might be an adjustment for him. There's question marks that we don't have about Brock Purdy. We have less question marks about a Jordan Love. Like, we know what Dak is at this point. Where you have to take Kyler and just his supporting cast is what concerns me. Last year, towards the second half of the year, he was fine, right? Like scoring 20 a game damn near. I love Kyler Murray. But I just think around some of those other quarterbacks who we saw have really strong seasons, that's where he's going, like with Dak and with Jordan Love. So I don't think it's necessarily a value where you get Kyler Murray right now. It's not like a value, but if I'm going to wait on a quarterback, that's a good range, right? Like I said, the Jordan Love, the Dak, that range is a good range to start taking a quarterback in a 10 or 12 team league. And I think he'll probably be on championship teams because those are going to be the teams that wait on quarterback. Better pick Bijan, Amon-Ra, or Jetta. So this obviously depends on your draft style. One thing I haven't talked about a lot that I did last year was you got to know your risk tolerance when it comes to drafts. That will be a future video. Thank you for the idea. But you have to know your risk tolerance, right? Like, do you want safe? Do you think you can find receivers later? Do you struggle finding running backs? Are you aggressive on waivers when new running backs are there? You kind of got to know your league, right? For me, I kind of err on the side of caution when it comes to running backs. We've seen so many running backs have high expectations. They tend to miss like 3-4 games in a year on the most part. Bijan's young, so he's an exception to the rule. Most younger backs can stay healthy, right? We've seen a Breece Hall go down. We've seen Javonte Williams go down. Like, I get it. It happens. But even Jonathan Taylor's been banged up. We saw Saquon. But for the most part, like young guys, we get to see at least one really elite season from them before we see like a major injury. So I think Bijan has a crazy year this year. I don't think this is coach speak at all from Raheem Morris. I think this is legit. We're going to see a lot of Bijan Robinson this season in all facets. So I'm excited about Bijan Robinson. I think with Jettas, you have quarterback concerns. With Amon-Ra St. Brown, you have a nice floor. For me, I'm probably going with Jettas out of all these guys because we know with Darnold, even with Darnold, he has like 1,600 to 1,800 yard upside. Jettas has number one player overall upside. I think Bijan does too. But if I'm going to pick one of these guys, I'm picking Justin Jefferson. I still think Justin Jefferson has the upside no matter who the quarterback is. And the team is focused on getting him the ball. What are they going to do? They're going to throw it to Jordan Addison and run the offense through Aaron Jones? No. This thing is still going to be schemed up for Justin Jefferson. And Sam Darnold, say he throws 3,500 yards, 1,500 of that at floor. He's a 1,500-yard floor guy. That's all going to Justin Jefferson. So to me, I'm in on Jetta still. The quarterback concerns for what they are don't really bother me. And then St. Brown, we kind of know like his ceiling and floor are very similar. It's like 1,500 yards. We know what St. Brown is. That's what kind of receiver he is. Jettas has like the 2,000-yard ceiling. And then Bijan could just go crazy this year, or he could be, a high-end top 5 running back. So I think Bijan is like the crazy pick. Like okay, I'm going for the gusto, going for it all. I think Jettas is a very safe with upside type pick in my opinion. I like Jettas. Bijan's a very close second, and then St. Brown. I like St. Brown a lot this year. What was your best value pick from last year? For me, it was 4th round St. Brown. That was a very good pick last season. He was 4th round last year? I thought he was earlier than that. That might have been 2 years ago where he was 4th round. St. Brown was like a top 10 guy last year. St. Brown was like going wide receiver like 6 or 7, wasn't he? From what I remember. If you got him in the 4th round, you did get crazy value. I would say my best pick value-wise last year, it probably was either like James Cook or Rachaad White at the running back position. Alvin Kamara was up there too. I was all over Alvin Kamara. And then receiver-wise, getting Mike Evans. I get Mike Evans every year. Like the back end wide receiver 2 range. I don't know how, but I would say Mike Evans was a really good value pick last year. Getting Trey McBride. I was all over Trey McBride and Sam Laporta last year too. We had on this channel, we had a lot of really good value picks. I know y'all remember. By the way, appreciate everybody who's in here. Drop a like for the boy. Here live for y'all. Drop a like for the boy. Make sure you like this video, man. We have 30 people watching at any given point in time. We should have 30 likes on this video. It should be an auto thing. Like just see it and like it. And then, like I said, I'm gonna be giving out Patreon access. I got some of my guys in this chat even right now. I'm gonna give some free access out for early members. Drop a sub to the Patreon. More content is coming there. Okay, probably gonna be dropping like rankings first, bets first. There, that's gonna be my place, my little hub for all my like information. And then I'm gonna give my takes afterwards. So instead of having to watch the whole live or get the video, I'm gonna put all that shit there. So especially like when we do like mock drafts and stuff too. If you guys want like early access, I'm probably gonna be typing in there, yo, I'm gonna do a mock draft tomorrow. Who's in? And I'm gonna put the link in there. So a lot of shit's gonna be going to there. A lot of free stuff. So if you're like, I don't want to spend no money, Jayhan, I just want to get the content. I don't want to spend extra money on fantasy. Cool. I respect that, bro. That's the bread and butter of how this shit was all built, man. I'm gonna try to stay to the core. But I'm also gonna offer some shit for people that want to win and people that are making money, man. They want to make money off me is good. We all gonna make money together. So JT Sanders over Brock Bowers for me this year. JT Sanders, man, we're gonna see. I don't know. It's not that hard of a take because I feel like there's not that much ball to go around in Vegas. You got Devontae, Jacoby Myers. So Brock Bowers probably third in line for targets there. I'm not too mad at it. Ja was popping, Brody. Was popping. I'm gonna open up this. I gotta go grab a charger in a minute. I'm gonna open up TikTok here in just a little bit after I get